That's awesome. And another thing we skipped over, how long was that movie marathon of Marvel that you attended?
Oh, we did it. It was 2 days.
Wow.
Did you literally sit in the theater for two
Yeah,
days?
you had to sleep in the theater for 2 days. So it was every single film up to Infinity War.
Wow.
So at that time, I think that was 20 films. So do the math.
And it was just nonstop. It was just a which one did you sleep?
Small breaks. They would have small breaks between the movies, both for like food, like because the deal was you stayed there the whole time. They let you bring in, blankets and pillows and crap. And it was like everyone had neck pillows. It was like the only time it was though the theater was gonna like lift up and like move like a plane. So and the theater seats are these old school theater seats, so they were very uncomfortable. They were not the modern theater seats at all. And then you would go and you would get food 3 times a day at this like outside concession stand, and then you would go back in and do this. And yeah, we did it. It was insane. And the whole deal was that we would be the first people to see Infinity War before anybody else, other than like obviously the filmmakers. And so we did this. And remember now, this is I don't know if you've seen Infinity War, and this is kind of a spoiler, but I will explain quickly. And so we had just spent all this time with these characters, and they would have the actors from the different movies introduce the movies. So like Chadwick Boseman came out for Black Panther, and like Tom Holland came out for Spider-Man: Homecoming. Like insane, levels of people were coming out to do these talks, and
Like
then
interviews from them. It wasn't just a blip on the screen.
no, they physically were in the building.
Wow. Wow.
Tom Holland actually stayed and watched the movie with us. Like they gave him a seat and he watched the movie, and then he would it was kind of amazing. But anyway, so we did all that. And then so we've just spent all this time with all these characters. And now, we're like getting ready to finally watch, this Infinity War. It's gonna be amazing. And so we watch Infinity War, and if you remember what happens at the end of Infinity War, like the snap, and then they all go away, and Thanos wins, right? Essentially. And that was it. And there was no post-credit scene. There's nothing post. And so imagine we spent all this time with the characters, and now this is happening. Like there's no way any audience reacted the same way that we did when we saw that movie. There's no way, because we were just like, no, what's going on? No, it was amazing.
I'm getting goosebumps because Tom Holland's reaching out for Iron Man. Like, yeah. Oh
yeah. All that's happening, and then that's it. We're like, well, we know another movie's coming, but man, like we just spent all this time, and imagine our like sleep deprived, insanely, eating like ridiculous shitty food, like the worst, like seats unmanageable. This is like CIA level, torture, and then we do this, and then we see this movie, and at the end we're like, oh my god, like what's gonna happen now? And yeah, nothing will ever, that is the best theater experience I've ever had in my entire life. I mean, honest as well, but nothing will ever beat that, because again, being in a room with all these people all reacting the exact same way, insane.
Wow. So I remember you doing that on Facebook, and I'm like, I could not sit through this for 20 hours. But having the people come there, that's an amazing thing that can only happen in LA.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an LA experience right there.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Check us out online at wesisley.com and patreon.com/Wes_Isley for behind-the-scenes videos, blooper videos, never-before-seen footage, discounts on merchandise, magic trick tutorials, and more. That's Wes Iseli, spelled Wesiseli.